Mga sangkay, may nakita po tayong isa sa malaking proyekto ng Saudi Arabia, no, na talagang kung iisipin ito mga sangkay, parang napapanood lamang po natin ito sa movie. At ngayon, tingnan po natin. So, ibang klase na po ngayon ang panahon mga sangkay, no? Yung ibang mga bansa, nag-i-innovate ng husto. At futuristic na po yung kanilang mga project. Na while ang Pilipinas, mga sangkay, tayo dito, hindi po makausad-usad dahil nga po yung mga senador ayaw po payagan mga sangkay na makapasok itong mga foreign investors sa ating bansa. Ngayon, gusto ko lamang po ipakita sa inyo kung paano na po ang nagiging takbo ngayon ng ibang mga bansa like Saudi Arabia, no, na talagang may malaking proyekto. Sa gitna po ito, sa gitna po ito ng disyerto. Well, bago tayo magpatuloy, no, paki-subscribe po muna yung ating YouTube channel. Ayan po. Sa baba ng video na to, makikita nyo po yung subscribe button. Pindutin nyo lamang po yan, tapos i-click nyo yung bell at i-click nyo po yung all. At kung kayo naman po ay nanonood sa Facebook, huwag nyo pong kalilimutan na i-follow ang ating Facebook page. So, ito, mga sangkay, tingnan po natin. Ito yon. Ito po ay kung tawagin ski resort ng in the middle of the desert. Grabe, no? Parang imposible po ito. Dati, mga sangkay, meron ba po silang project na ngayon, inumpisahan na rin yung isa pong syudad na pahaba. Sa gitna rin po ng disyerto yon. So ngayon, ito, mga sangkay, masyado pong interesting itong project nila.
Neom it's a part of northwestern Saudi Arabia. It's about the size of Belgium, about 26,500 square feet. And there are a number of signature projects that are taking place within Neom, which will eventually home 9 million people.
Grabe. Magiging tahanan daw po ito ng 9 million.
The main asset of Trojena is probably our 2.8 kilometer lake. And that lake, 140 meters deep, and it's surrounded by some of our major...
Ayan o, mga sangkay, makikita nyo yung mga nagtatrabaho sa kanila. Tingnan nyo yung mga nagtatrabaho sa kanila. Hindi naman po taga Saudi Arabia lang. Bakit, mga sangkay? Ang Saudi kasi, open po sa mga foreign investors. Sa Pilipinas kasi, ang ginagawa po nitong mga senador, ayaw po ng charter change eh. Samantala, ang purpose naman ng charter change na yan, para po sa economic provisions na makapasok po itong marami sa mga foreign investors na makakatulong din mismo sa ating bansa. Ngayon, marami po dyan sa Saudi Arabia, mga sangkay, marami po mga banyagang nag-aano ng kanilang mga negosyo dyan. At ito, makikita nyo po, ito, pataas ng pataas po yung quality ng kanilang mga struktura.
Assets. One of them is the vault, which is our folded vertical city, which is the gateway into Trojena. And the other is probably the one that the consumers see and that they can focus on, which is right behind me. And this is our ski village.
Alam nyo, ang nakakasabay lang po nito sa Asia, Japan, Singapore, siguro Malaysia rin, mga sangkay, since open din po sila sa mga investors mula sa ibang mga bansa. Pero yung Pilipinas, hindi po tayo makasabay. Bakit? Masyado pong mahal yung 1987 Constitution. Walang gana yung mga foreign investors na pumasok sa Pilipinas to invest para magtayo ng kanilang mga negosyo. Then look at Saudi Arabia.
And the concept behind the ski village was taking what you would consider, say, a mountain village and put it all in one building. So we'll have restaurants, apartments, food and beverage. We have 2 hotels in there.
Grabe.
When Trojena opens, it's going to be the one place in the world where you can ski and scuba dive on the same day, so to speak. So I think there's everything to suit, the really interested traveler.
Akala nyo, mga sangkay, parang imagination pa lang ito, pero ngayon, ginagawa na daw po.
Wait a minute, there's snow in Saudi Arabia, which is, that's one of the highlights we bring to it because it actually, we have the study, we just need a -3 degrees Celsius in order to create snow, and we can do that for 3 months of the year. So
Grabe.
obviously in the winter we'll have snow ski, but in the summer we'll have the lake, you'll have other sporting and
Ano yun? Parang gagawa sila ng sariling snow?
outdoor activities that they can do because the weather there is significantly cooler than the rest of the region and there's no humidity. So it's an asset for them. They don't have to travel outside of that market.
Okay. So isa pa ito ngayon sa project nila. Ngayon ito, mas maiintindihan natin kung ano itong ginagawa sa Saudi Arabia.
In mid to late 2026, you will be able to go skiing, skating, or snowboarding on real snow on top of a mountain year-round in one of the world's hottest deserts, all thanks to Saudi Arabia's
Napaka-imposible. Mag-create po sila ng snow. Ang bira.
ongoing multi-billion-dollar mega project, Trojena, which is one of the 4 core parts of the new city of Neom. This sounds crazy since Trojena is by all means located in the desert, in an area that receives very little rain, almost no snow, except on some of its mountaintops during winter, and is slightly milder than the rest of the kingdom, where the average temperature ranges between 23 and 42 degrees Celsius.
Grabe, sobrang init ng lugar na yan. Pero ang gagawin nila, lalagyan nila ng snow.
The most intriguing thing about Trojena is that you will be able to practice your favorite winter activities in the morning, then comfortably and in a short period arrive on the shores of the Red Sea for some tanning,
Posible pala
swimming, or diving, and then casually go to attend a late afternoon business meeting at your technology, research, or manufacturing firm on the world's largest floating industrial hub and port, the Oxagon, and get to your home by 5 p.m. in The Line, which is the core of Neom.
Yan, ito pa. Isa ito sa mga sangkay. Isa po isa project nila, Yung The Line, kung tawagin. Na ngayon, ginagawa na rin po. Ang dami po nilang ngayon. Ang dami pong project ng Saudi Arabia at pag natapos to, talagang dadayuin ito ng maraming mga tao sa buong mundo.
How exactly is Saudi Arabia going to build the world's most expensive ski resort in a country that has so little snow? And ultimately, will it even work?
Yun din yung tanong ko, mga sangkay.
This leads us to our first question. Why are they building Trojena? The answer is the economy and progress. Over the past decade, Saudi Arabia has been transformed into a regional and global business, financial, and industrial power.
Grabe, no? Lumalaban talaga yung Saudi Arabia ngayon pagdating sa ekonomiya nila. Lumalakas ng lumalakas.
You might have only heard about its immense oil wealth and its petrochemical behemoth, Aramco. But the truth is, Saudi Arabia is not just about oil. Today, it is a global leader in renewables, technology, construction, and manufacturing.
Grabe.
Tourism was the missing link in the Saudi $7 trillion plan to eliminate dependency on oil revenues.
So itong plano nila, mga sangkay, na makalaya sila na lagi na lang umaasa sa ng oil nila. So kailangan nila ng panibagong strategy na sana dayuin din ang Saudi Arabia ng mga turista.
As a result, the government has announced via its public investment fund several tourism mega projects that are aimed at its local population, such as the $75 billion Qiddiya Entertainment City in the capital Riyadh, as well as Sindala and Trojena, which are part of the new futuristic green $500 billion city of Neom, which is designed for international visitors, migrant investors, and innovators. We have made videos about Neom and
Yan po, isa sa mga malalaking project nila.
its core mega projects, The Line, Oxagon, and Sindala, so make sure to check them out.
Grabe.
In a nutshell, Trojena is being built as a one-of-a-kind tourist destination and an entertainment hub for the 9 million future residents of The Line. It is part of a much larger plan to transform Saudi Arabia into a luxury, green, and sustainable futuristic nation. We do have to make an important point here. Trojena is at its core a ski resort. Hence, once completed, it would mean that Saudi Arabia's tourism sector will cover all types of tourism.
Grabe, yung pala yung purpose talaga nila, mga sangkay. Yung mga ganitong klaseng project nila, magbo-boost sa tourism doon sa Saudi Arabia na may iwasan daw po yung kanilang patuloy na no? Kasi pinapasan po sila ng oil nila eh. Doon po sila kumukuha talaga ng malaking budget para po umandar ang Saudi Arabia. So ngayon, itong ganitong klaseng project, makakatulong na hindi na po sila aasa lagi sa kanilang oil.
So what is Trojena? How are they building it? And what will it look like? Trojena is a new world-class green and sustainable year-round tourist destination that will consist of a series of facilities such as the ski village, ultra-luxury family and wellness resorts, a wide range of retail stores and restaurants. In addition to sports activities, including ski slopes, water sports, mountain biking, and you name it. The fact that it is a ski resort made the weather an important issue.
Ayan, ito talaga. Sobrang interesting paano nila gagawin yan.
And rather an obstacle. Thus, the Sarwat Mountains, about 50 kilometers from the Gulf of Aqaba coast, were selected. These mountains offer elevations ranging from 1,500 to 2,600 meters, and even though they are in the desert, the site's climate is considerably cooler than the rest of Neom's territory, which is also cooler than the rest of Saudi Arabia, as it is located in the northwest on the Red Sea and not too far from the Mediterranean Sea. It is important to point out here that Trojena's various villages and sites will be between 1,600 and 2,600 meters above sea level. At this elevation, temperatures hover around or below zero during winter, and thus snow covers the high mountain peaks. Trojena consists of 7 parts: the vault, a ski village, an observatory, the lake, a nature reserve, the bow, and an exclusive luxury mansions village. The vault is a vertical village sandwiched between the walls of 2 mountains to the east and west. It will be 198 meters high, 864 meters long, and 253 meters wide.
Ang layo na nang narating nila, no? Tayo dito, away politika pa rin.
When we say vertical, we do not mean that it will consist of high rises and skyscrapers. No, what we mean is that all structures will be built on the steep walls of the mountains. Steel and concrete are being used to build this colossal, unprecedented vertical village that will encompass 450 villas, mansions, and luxury apartments, a digital hub for innovation, a digital museum, a 3,000-seat auditorium, a gamified vista, and more than 1,000 luxury hotel rooms and 13,000 square meters of retail and dining space.
Grabe, so ang laki ng kikitain nila, mga Sangkay, pag natapos ito.
It will also feature its own microclimate, lush greenery, and water supply. It is quite amazing because it is so technologically advanced, green, and futuristic. Experts call it a real-life metaverse with a breathtaking view of the mountains, lake, and rest of Trojena.
My goodness.
A 50 meters wide, green, 2 kilometers long path with a road for small EVs that is littered with cafes and restaurants extends from the vault to the lake. This pathway and road also connect to a road that leads to a stunning observatory located about 3 kilometers to the west of the vault. This large 3-story observatory does not sit on the top of the mountain peak, but it is rather hung on its peak's side by a massive steel and concrete support.
Grabe. Parang mga Sangkay, parang napapanood lang po natin ito sa mga yung mga science fiction movies. No, kasi ako mahilig po ako dyan, yung mga futuristic movies. Nakikita po natin yung mga ganitong klaseng mga style o mga itsura ng mga building, no? Ngayon, nakikita na po natin ng actual po talaga.
Standing on or within it would make one feel as if they are flying, and it is interestingly designed to look like the Star Trek spaceship Voyager. We have already talked about the artificial 3 kilometers long lake, but we did not mention that it will feature an underwater bow hotel, dubbed the Bow, at the southern end. One part of the hotel will overlook the part of the valley that leads to the nature reserve, while the other side will feature windows with a view of the lake and the vault in the distance, and of course, it will feature a massive aquarium.
Sana all na lang talaga.
An exclusive ultra-luxury mansion village will be constructed on the east side of the lake, about 200 meters above the lake water level. This unique village is designed for royals and billionaires and features views of all of Trojena to the west, north, and south.
So itong side na to, mga sangkay, para lamang po sa mga sobrang yayaman po talaga.
As well as the ski village up on the mountains to the east. Finally, we have reached the most exciting part of Trojena, the ski village.
Ayan na, ito.
It will be located approximately 3 kilometers east of the lake at an elevation of 2,600 meters. Almost the entire village is designed as one colossal, indescribable, neo-futuristic structure like a web of interconnected highways. This structure is a series of partial open-concept domes. Each dome consists of several floors, and they are not closed domes since all levels are exposed to mountain views and the outdoors via massive gaps that shows the wavy curves of each structure. The roof of this collateral structure consists of an interconnected ski slopes network that is also connected to the mountain slopes. Within this impressive structure that will boast several hotels and all amenities, one can imagine a guest would stay in a hotel suite with panoramic views and be able to access the slopes via elevators. Below this structure's roof slopes, a series of other slopes exist and will enable guests to ski on artificial snow even during the hottest summer days. Additionally, some of the slopes are designed for grass skiing, which we did not know of until we made this video. The length of all slopes combined is more than 35 kilometers, which is quite impressive since most world-class ski resorts in the colder areas around the world feature about half that length of ski slopes. Do not underestimate this Saudi mega project and its venues because it has already been selected as the host city for the Asian Winter Games 2029.
My goodness.
Let us know what you think and if you would go skiing in
Okay, guys. So, ganito po lala, no? Na halos di po natin ma-imagine yung ganitong klaseng project ngayon ng Saudi Arabia. Nag-innovate po sila, lumalago po talaga yung kanilang bansa at inagrab po nila yung opportunity na i-build up itong ganitong klaseng project hanggat may pera po sila galing po sa oil, no? So ngayon mga sangkay, ang Pilipinas, tayo naman, wala, busy po tayo sa busy po tayo sa kung ano-anong mga bagay, lalong-lalo na po yung mga senador dyan na ayaw sa charter change. Ang layo na po ng narating nila, mga sir. 'Di ba? So ano po ang inyong komento? Just comment down below now. I invite you guys. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, Sangkay Revelation. Hanapin niyo po sa YouTube. Then click the subscribe, click the bell, and click all. Ako na po yung magpapaalam. Hanggang sa muli, this is me, Sangkay Janjan. Palagi niyo pong tatandaan that Jesus loves you. God bless everyone.